That's why you never want to get your advice from a millionaire. If you're taking notes, never get your advice from a millionaire, ever. Okay? This held me down for 20 years. 20 years. When I started a Twitter account, I had no followers. When I started a Facebook account, no followers. I was my first follower. When I started an Instagram account, no followers. I didn't know how to post video. I didn't know how to take a selfie. I didn't know how to do any of this, but I did have a commitment to growing my finances. And if you want to grow your finances, attention is the gateway. You want to go to heaven? Who wants to go to heaven? You got to die. I'm just telling you, man, you got to die to go to the heaven. And most people don't want to die. They want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die. Most people want money, but they're not willing to get the attention. They're not willing to do what it takes to get the attention, including spending money. And I would just tell you this, if you want to change your financial condition, the first thing you need to do is go out and market in the marketplace so that you can create a lead and not worry about whether there's ROI or not. It's so that people are like, what's the ROI? Dude, what's the ROI if nobody knows you? Okay, what's the ROI if I don't know your name, don't know your company, don't know what you do, don't know your service, don't know your product, don't know where you're located? What is the ROI, okay? Best product does not win today. The best known product wins. You think Starbucks sells the best coffee? Please, it's nasty. Okay, but it's close. And I know what I'm getting when I get there. McDonald's, they don't sell the best hamburger. Close and available.
Number one reason businesses fail is the inability to sell products in quantities great enough and at margins high enough. That is the only reason you will fail. You take too long to go from the idea to selling enough products, volume at margins high enough. Do that, learn to do that. And you can make any dream a reality, okay? I want to help the world. This is not taught in schools. There's 8 billion people on this planet, and there's no shortage of information. How many of you heard this before? Knowledge is power. Then why are so many people suffering? Why are so many people suffering? No, they ain't stupid, man. We have more information available to us today than at any time in the history of the world. We got too much information at this point. You got too much information and not enough action.
Anybody got a $100 bill? Give me $100, sir. Give this man a big hand for having some money. Okay? I just had an idea. I said, I wonder, I ain't got any money on me. I had an idea. Now I'm gonna teach you a lesson right now that'll make you rich if you get it. Okay? Number one, I want some money. Number two, I need to ask somebody if they got 100. Number three, I need to get the money. It's no more complicated than that. I didn't go manufacture something. I didn't build a business plan. I didn't create a product. I had an idea. The length of time between your idea and the money will determine whether or not you're successful. The length of time between the idea and the monetization, big word for get the money. The distance between the idea and the money will determine whether you take off or not. No. Okay, if you're taking notes. People buy from people they know, period. They don't buy the best product. They don't buy the cheapest product. People buy from people they know. Because if you don't know me, trust will not happen. That's why I rolled up on Damon and said, hey, how about I put you in the plane and I fly you to Vegas. Same dude's telling me I was stupid buying a plane. I said, dude, come on. What's wrong with you, man? You spent too much time on a street corner selling hats. That bird is what got me in front of you, DJ, little man. Oh, yeah, you're right, man. And then he says, no, I'd have gone with you anyway. You would not have got on JetBlue with me. Don't lie, man. I know you're the people's shark, but don't lie. What am I call you up? Hey, Damon, I bought a ticket for us on Southwest. You want to fly to Vegas with me and we can eat peanuts? He wouldn't have gone with me. How many agree he would not have gone with me? Come on, man. He might be the people's shark, but he ain't stupid. He's like, hey, I ain't doing that. Right or wrong? He said to me, what's the fuel in that jet cost? I said, bro, you're thinking small, bro. He's like, what do you mean? What's it cost? What's the damn fuel in a jet cost? I said, I don't know. Why don't you know? I said, because the jet ain't no good without fuel. Knocking on doors, talking to people.
Yeah.
Like these are the skills that are not taught in the schools. This is why it goes back to your question about the school system failing. The required skills, I need a client. Like if you simplify, the thing that people like about what we do is we simplify the business process. I need to make a contact. How can I do that? Like how can I just simply, if I'm a cameraman and I want more work, how do I knock on a door or make a phone call, get in front of someone?
So hard.
Impress them. If I go to Harrods right here, I'll see how many people don't have that skill. I walk in, I don't even get hello. I don't get hello. How you doing? Great to have you here. Appreciate you being here. It's so nice for you to drop by. Thanks for coming into Cartier. I mean, it's a $3 million ring over there. I went in there the other day. I can't even get anybody to show me anything. I'm like, how much is the ring? They kind of look at me, right? Can you show it to me? Do you mind showing it to me? He showed it to me, told me how much it was, and I leave. He didn't show me a second ring, a third ring, a fourth ring. So those are the skills that people need, right? How do I interact with people?
Communicate.
Addicted to something. Jesus was addicted. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Right or wrong? Okay? You gotta get addicted to something. Good. All addictions are not created equal. Okay? I'm addicted to my wife. I'm addicted to my kids. I'm addicted to my purpose. I'm addicted to helping out. I'm addicted to making a difference. One of the things that we do, a little trick we do at our company, is we always have something on our calendar to look forward to, okay? If you want to stay motivated, today's what, Sunday? I always have something out here, out here, out here, out here, and out here to look forward to. Little short runways that keep me excited, okay? I'm going to Turks and Caicos to shoot a real estate program when I leave here. Yesterday, I walked out of here, I'm exhausted. I'm like, boy, I can't wait to get to Turks and Caicos. See, it re-energizes me, right? Now, when I'm done with that, I need something else to look forward to here. I got a whole bunch of stuff that's gonna happen here at the end of the month that is gonna keep me jacked up when I'm at Turks and Caicos, because the truth is, Turks and Caicos could get a little boring for a guy like me. How many of you have trouble going on vacations? You have trouble unwinding, okay? You don't even want to go. You're like, I can't even enjoy this. So I need little tricks. I have little tricks. Everybody should do this in their life, okay? You need things to look forward to.
The world you live in today, the CNBC and the CNN and the Netflix, be happy. Just be happy. Be satisfied with what you have. There's no push, man. There's nobody pushing you. How about this? You can do more. How many of you can do more? Oh my God. If that's all you got, how many of you can do more? Well, goddamn. If you know you can do more, then you have to do more. If you know you can help, if you know you can make a difference, if you don't, you're gonna have this freaking big hole inside of you. No amount of money can fill this, not enough action.
25 years old, I'm selling automobiles, I'm broke, I'm in debt, $40,000 in debt, spiritually bankrupt, physically bankrupt, hate myself. Only thing I had was an opportunity. The car dealer that I worked for took me back. That was an opportunity. Don't dismiss the opportunity. You can't go any place without an opportunity. No matter how talented you are, no matter how gifted you are, no matter what God has done for you, without an opportunity, you will not move from your garage. Your life cannot improve without an opportunity. It's impossible.
You guys don't like sales because you ain't got any courage. At least 2 or 3 words. I mean, I went to Harvard. It's not about how much money you make, folks. Can you use money? Can you use it, okay? Look, these top lines right here are about income. If you hate sales, you hate income.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what your age is, okay? I spent from the age of 25 years old to 45 years old, I spent 20 years thinking small, and taking too long. I built 3 little businesses. They were all doing good, man. They were doing good, 3 of them, man, from scratch. First little business, I was a millionaire when I was 33 years old. Punching, shoving, hard work, man. The more money I had, the more scared I was. Because I had just enough money to be scared. As soon as you get $1 million, you're gonna go into terror. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, what am I gonna do now? Okay, I wasn't scared before, now I got something to lose. That's why you never want to get your advice from a millionaire. If you're taking notes, never get your advice from a millionaire, ever. Okay? This held me down for 20 years. 20 years it held me down. You're looking at me like, huh? I read The Millionaire Next Door. What did the millionaire next door say? Buy a used truck and don't go to Starbucks. You save $4 a day for the next 38 years, you're gonna be in heaven. No, you ain't. You're gonna be. It's dumb, man, okay? If $4 is gonna break you on any given day, you're just back to thinking the way you were thinking when you didn't have anything. Buy everything on sale, okay? Everything you're gonna buy is gonna be on sale. You gotta get a deal every time you buy something. Is that what your daddy taught you? Never pay retail for anything. That means nobody will ever pay you retail, folks.
You need to think way bigger than you're thinking. Like, I started in the apartment game 25 years ago in San Diego, California. My first deal I ever bought was 1 unit. This little, you're thinking. Like, I started in the apartment game 25 years ago in San Diego, California. My first deal I ever bought was 1 unit.
This little yellow house that I paid $78,000 for, by the way, all this landscaping, that's one of the things I'm known for. I'm putting trees up there because that's going to give me some extra rent. It didn't, by the way.
My next deal was 38 units. Okay, it was easier buying 38 units than it was 1. The only difference was to think. I had to think different. Got to make a few more phone calls, but the play is bigger, right? The reason so many real estate people are like marginal people, no offense. Raise your hand if you're marginal.
They left on day
Raise
one.
your hand if you're a liar. Look, man, look, I'm marginal compared to my potential. The fact that there's people in this room that don't know me. I've written 7 books, 13 best-selling business programs. I'm probably the top 1 or 2, maybe 3 social media people in the world, 7 million people on Facebook. But 7 million people on Facebook is nothing compared to 7 billion people in the world. So, think big, man.
Problems are opportunities. The bigger the problems. If you could look for the giant problems on this planet and quit complaining about them, right? And quit blaming somebody about them and say, man, what if I took responsibility for that problem? Because there is money in solving problems. You solve a problem, you'll end up with money. And the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you end up with. If I could go back to my 20-year-old self, what I would tell my 20-year-old self is one thing. Get your money right, son. Worry about the money. And now I know a lot of people think that this is not the thing people should be focused on. However, on this planet, if you don't get your money right, you're going to be worried all the time. You can't take care of your parents. You can't take care of yourself. You can't take care of your rent. You can't live in a nice place. You can't take care of your car. Get your money right, okay? What should you be spending your money on? Why do wealthy people use money, not spend money? Why do wealthy people buy businesses? They don't buy homes. Why do wealthy people use debt to grow their business? They don't use debt to consume products and services. Why do wealthy people not invest in 401ks and SEPs and retirement accounts? They don't even worry about that. They worry about getting their money so right that they want, day or night. I love baseball. I love baseball, but you don't have to love baseball. Class seat anymore. And the Peanuts. He's got 5 jets. Different level, man. All of a sudden you start thinking different, you start asking different, start working deals different.
52 years old, and I had a problem. I was depressed. I wasn't satisfied. I was hungry but didn't know what to do. I had businesses, I had money, I had a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm like, dude, what am I doing now? I'm bickering with Elena. We had our kids. We had the first 2 kids, and we're like, okay, we got a kids. I'm being a parent now, okay? I'm being a married guy, right? I'm being a businessman, and I'm unhappy. And then I started asking people, what's wrong, man? What's wrong? What's wrong with me, man? Something wrong with me? Something wrong with me? Oh, yeah. And as soon as you say, is something wrong with me? Shit, everybody's got an opinion. Oh, yeah, man. Man, you got a disease, man. You got a problem. You got issues, man. You work too much. You're a work addict. You're insecure. Your daddy died. Your daddy died and left a hole in you. Left a hole in me. Shit. I can't go on a vacation. I want to do something, man. Doing less has never solved my problems. Doing less, moderation has never solved a problem for me. The problem that I've had in my life, okay, was not my marriage. It's not, okay, I'm not a bad parent. I wasn't helping enough people. You should be up here. You should be dropping out of the ceiling.
Traffic. Money follows attention. Money follows attention. Hey! How much attention can you guys get? A lot. Okay? Most of you can't get attention because your mom and daddy said, don't get too much attention. Don't get too much attention. Be seen and not heard. Fly under the radar. Because if you get too much attention, they're going to shoot you down. Right? How many heard this before? Fly under the radar, man. Stay low, man. Don't let anybody see. You making moves. Don't make moves, man. Don't make moves. And then everybody wonders, why can't I get above? Strangers have everything you want. Everything you want, a stranger has it. It will be strangers that will grow your business. It will be strangers that put your kids through schools. It will be strangers that make your dreams a reality. Strangers have everything you want, but you were taught not to talk to them. So at 25, I recommitted to my education, but this time I started studying not things that were in books, but people that had actually created wealth. Not people that had made money, but people that had created wealth. This is completely different. I was no longer studying accounting and economics. I was studying wealthy people, and only wealthy people. I'm not talking about the doctor that was a neighbor that makes $1 million a year and he's working 18 hours a day and he hates his job. Right? He's working 7 days a week. He can't ever spend time with his family. I'm talking about the yacht people. I'm talking about the people that are spending as much time as they want on vacation. I'm talking about the car dealer that had 28 car dealerships or 82 car dealerships that has indisposable money. I'm talking about the Walton money. I'm talking about when the Waltons last week increased their net worth by $11 billion. And they haven't worked for 30 years. That's the kind of wealth I started studying. I started reading Barron's in the Wall Street Journal. And I quickly realized something, that the wealthy people had financial freedom and no one else did. Okay? A very small percentage of people. Lots of people have money. My uncle had millions of dollars. He was terrified about his money, wouldn't spend it, acted like a miser, buried money in the backyard. I realized my parents had it wrong. The information I had that was wrong. And this is the number one thing I want you to get out of tonight. The information you have is wrong. The wealthy talk differently than the middle class. I watched my mom and my dad. I started comparing the wealthy people to what my dad did. My dad worked every day of the week. If he wasn't working at the office, he was working in the yard. They saved money. They cut their own grass, okay? We ate all our food. We turned the lights off. We didn't waste anything. And that was uncertainty, it was insecurity, and it was fear. And it perpetuated uncertainty, insecurity, and fear. And all the lessons about money. Money doesn't grow on trees. A penny saved is a penny earned. Eat all your food. People are starving, okay? Money, you don't waste it, don't play with it. All that creates insecurity and it's incorrect. Dude, you just gotta say, I'm going to get more done and quit talking about all this BS that you're telling yourself. I don't have time, I ain't got time, I'm tired. It don't matter, man. Commit to getting more done. The more you get done, the more you will earn. Period, end of story, right? So I get more done than Elena does. If Elena sat here right now, I'm not committed to doing it perfectly. I know this, if you want things to change, they can change. And they're not going to change just because you pray, just because you wish, just because you hope. And they won't change just because your family wants it to change. It did not change until I started getting information. And if you're taking notes today, it didn't start changing until I started getting rid of information. One of the most important things that happened to me in my life was to get rid of information. A man told me once, he's like, hey, look, man, if things aren't going well, somebody or something is causing it not to go well. How many agree with that statement? Okay? Things aren't going well, something or someone is causing things not to go well. Okay? And before you guys take on the Republicans or the Democrats or the conspiracy, he said, Grant, before you take on other people, why don't you just take on these 24 inches right here, bud? Okay, before you take on changing the whole world, why don't you handle like between your shoulders, because you got your hands full. Different game today, folks. Different game, man. Everything's changing. Remember when you waited for a taxi cab? Remember that? When was that? How many people on this planet complained about having to wait on a dirty cab? Millions and millions and millions of people said, oh my gosh, hey man, let's just send it to them. If you can close the distance between an idea and money, okay, you'll get rich. When I was a kid, when I was growing up, people not be in that situation again. You don't have more money, folks, because it's not because you don't work. It's not because you're not a good person. It's not because you overspend. It's not because you got too much debt. It's not because you don't bust your ass. It's because your money doesn't bust its ass. Your money is lazy. If your money was employees, you would fire your money. So here's the rules, okay? Number one, the extra money should go into something that gives you money. You want your money to have babies. The golden goose is no longer good if she doesn't have eggs. The only thing that makes the golden goose valuable is the fact that the golden goose lays eggs. So if you just study the wealthiest families in the world, not just in America, in the world over long periods of time, look at the Queen of England. This much property and one of the richest families in the world. Why? They get cash flow every month from India, from England, from Ireland, from all over the world. Why are the princes in Saudi Arabia so wealthy? Because they have constant inflow of money coming from the land that produces the oil. The oil comes out of the land and produces cash flow. The railroads back in the day, what did they do? They got all this land together and then they rented that land out to everybody around it. Why do all the teachers' credit unions take all the money from all the teachers around America and then they start investing in real estate that produces cash flow so they can distribute back to their members? I'm always going to come back to this one story. Look, real assets that produce real cash flow every month. When it pays you every month and you're getting reminded every month, I got a check, I got a little $100 check, I got a $200 check this month. I got a $13,000 check today from one of my properties. Every month I get a check for 13 grand from that property. That's $150,000 a year. It didn't start like that. It used to be like $1,300, $1,300, then it was 26, then it was 5,000. Next thing you know, it's 13 grand. That's one property, pays me every month. Property just sits there. Okay, it just sits there. It might not even change in value. It just sits there and produces cash flow. Anything that produces cash flow will be worth more money tomorrow. That's why Netflix is valuable. Why? Because people pay a lot of cash into Netflix. And even if Netflix loses money today, some company will find Netflix desirable for one reason. Cash flow.
Still left with what? I'm Grant Cardone. I got courage. I have creativity.
If I was 20 years old again, no more drinking, no more drugging, no more weekends until I get my money right. Just like job, sales. Second thing I would do is this. I would invest my extra time, not my money, my extra time, I would invest learning about real estate. Without a doubt. If I would have been doing this at 20 years old, I'd be worth over $1 billion today. All I had to do was focus different. What I did was I got caught up in this first job and I started thinking about how good I was doing. One day looked up, I was 33 years old actually, and my uncle says, you need to start paying attention to your money, to money working. He said it to me one time, man. One piece of advice I got from my uncle. He's like, you need to start paying attention. You need to get your money working. I'm like, yeah, okay, thanks. You need to hate your life. You guys don't need to like, I'm good, I'm all happy, I'm good, I'm living the dream. You need to get so disgusted. I told you this 8 years ago. Get so disgusted with your life. Get so like you hate your life so much that where you go every day is a solution to getting the life you want. The speed at which you commit determines your velocity. How fast I can commit to something will determine how fast I can move into that thing and how much power I have, okay? The speed at which you commit, the longer you take to commit to something, the less impact it's gonna have on your community, on yourself, on your life, on your money, your finances. I don't care if it's rehabbing your kitchen. The surroundings have to change, okay? The people, your network, your scenery. You will not change your life until you change the people in your life. If your friends aren't changing, you ain't either. Earn money. Learn how to store the money and learn how to use it. Because if you can't do this, if you can't flow the money back out, if you're sitting on $1,000 right now, or $2,000 or $5,000, make it official that you're broke. Do not try to save $5,000. It's no money. Just make it official. Get rid of it and be broke. Because you're broke already. And maybe you'll hustle now like you need to replace your reserves. That's why when I earn some money, I store it. Okay? If I store $30 million, I know I'm getting rid of it. Twice a year, I dump everything I have. Every penny I have does not go into some emergency account. It goes into an asset that will make babies or make me known. And you guys can do this. Everybody in the room can do this, okay? If I can do this, you guys can do this. You need a network, a team of people around you that can hold you accountable. You will go nowhere by yourself. Not even Jesus went by himself. Nobody goes by themselves. Nobody. All right? You have more potential. You know it. If that's the answer to that, get there. Be VIP while you're there too, by the way. VIP. Have a VIP experience. If you can't VIP yourself, why do you think somebody else is going to treat you like a VIP? Jesus Christ, man. What are you guys doing, man? Oh my God, you used the Lord's name in vain. Yeah, so what? I do a lot of other good shit. You don't really think that like he's going to keep me out because I said that, do you? No, come on, keep it real, man. I help millions of people every year. All right? Keep it real, folks. Come on, man. Come on, think a little for yourself. Okay, your best thinking got you in the situation you're in right now. You got money problems, health problems, networking problems. You're introverted. You don't know where to invest your money. You got your money sitting in Wall Street. You got a house. You got a bad marriage. You got kids that don't like you, or kids on drugs, or you're using drugs too much. Dude, your best thinking got you in this shit right now. You need to become a very important person. Okay, how do you become a very important person? You spend time with other people that believe themselves to be very important people. The website is 10xgrowthcon.com/VIP. 10xgrowthcon.com/VIP. I could give you $1 million, son, but it would put you in prison forever.
You probably blow it in one day too.
I'd rather teach you how to make 100 million. Okay? All right, guys. God bless you. Appreciate you following me on Facebook. Please tell your friends about me. 10X or die. That's what I say. and die quick. Wish somebody had told me about 10X when I was 20 years old. You guys that are 20 years old, man, listen to what I'm telling you, man. Your buddies that want just enough to go out Friday night, just enough to pay the bills, just enough to pay the rent, just enough to smoke their little weed. Dude, they're selfish little. All you influencers out there want to just enough money to fly, get an upgrade for your first class. All you guys out there just want fame, but not fortune.
I don't know where I am most of the time.
Like, dude, that guy, he will put it out there. You guys all praying? You know what my prayer is? My prayer is not talking to God. My prayer is taking action.
I've been there. I've been busted, broke, beat up. I've been at a point in my life where I thought less of me than anyone thought of me. How many have been there? Dude, how do I get the right girl, the right family, the right money, the right company, the right employees? I don't even like me. I'm like, what happened to me, man? What happened? I had more money when I was 8 than when I was 25. What the hell happened? I liked myself more when I was 6 years old than I was 25 years old. What happened to me? Now, if you look at me today, 6 years old and 57, dude, I'm kind of digging myself right now. I like who I am, man. I've spent the last years just doing one thing, dude, working on who I am. Number one, most important thing, Warren Buffett says, and I study a lot of people, okay? This year, I'll probably spend this year between mentors, which really my mentor is just a guy that's a hookup. He's hooking me up with other players. Between mentors, I don't even think I say the word right. Books, courses. I'll go off for 3 weeks and just do a course. You guys worry about a weekend. I can't get away for a weekend. Dude, I'll go for 3 weeks and just do courses. I'll probably spend 400 grand this year on me. I'm worth it, man. How am I not worth 400 grand? Look, you worried about 400 grand. How you going to get 400 million? See, you and I were brought up to worry about what? This, what's in your pocket. Right? I mean, I used to squeeze a quarter so hard it'd fly and scream. Ah! Look, everybody worries about this, right? But whose money is this? Somebody else's money, man. $1. My daddy said, never deny a man in power. Never deny a man in power, okay? Never talk poorly about somebody in power. Push power to power. That's a good investment, folks, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. Push power to power. People that are doing good things, people that are making a difference, people that are out there, push power to power and ignore everyone else. We don't help people that have nothing. I'm telling you right now, I do not help people that have nothing. I help people that have something and want to make it more. I'm not talking about money right now. If somebody thinks they have nothing, I'm not helping that person. If they think they have nothing, I can't help them. If you think you have something and that you're not broke, I can help.